Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. It is mainly on grand test, the top 5 things. I am Dr. Jay Savla. I have secured an All India rank of 80 NEET PG 2021 and 189 in INI CET. So here we go. The first question is, when do you start to give grand tests? For interns, there are two approaches. Majority of the people start giving the grand test after their first reading is over, like first reading of all major subjects, all majority of the subjects. But I had started giving grand test as soon as I started my preparation, mainly to have a baseline level of where do I stand and from where do I have to begin. For the students who are giving the exam again, it is prudent to start giving grand test as soon as you start your reading. Which platforms do you have to use? The major platforms are Marrow, DAMS and Bhatia, and Marrow beats all of the platforms available on for NEET PG. Marrow has mainly clinical questions and image based questions. They are kind of questions like you will find in New World, and now with the new NEET pattern, majority of the questions are clinical, and Marrow GTs exactly provide that. So you need to have a good idea of getting like solving a question based on the clues which the clinical stem is providing, quickly reading the question and getting an idea of it, and this can only be built upon by practice and practice. Then how many questions to attempt? I'll honestly suggest that attempt all 200 questions for every test, so you have an idea how many guesses you are making and how many questions are going wrong or right. For this, there is a very good feature in the Marrow app in which you can mark the question you are guessing, and please use it carefully in all the grand tests. For example, if you are getting around 155 questions correct in a grand test and you have guessed say overall 50 questions and out of which 30 or 40 are correct, then you know out of these 155 you have guessed 30 which have come right. So it is not necessary that you will get all the 30 right every time, so you need to increase your number of corrects, but at the same time decrease the number of questions guessed. The fourth point is why to give GTs and how to improve. The simple example is, in before every major tour, the Indian team, like if it is touring England, then apart from nets it also plays warm up practice matches, because you have to stimulate the exam environment when you are giving grand tests, and that can be only be given when you are giving grand tests, no matter how many MCQs or how many modules you solve. But if you're not getting used to that exam environment by giving a grand test, it is not going to help. And also, majorly a grand test helps to identify a weak topic. See, most of us know that we are weak in certain subjects, but grand test helps to identify the topics within those subjects. For example, in my case, I was always weak in biochem and then microbio throughout my MBBS, in the first year, second year, internship, throughout. And even after my first reading, when I had appeared for an test, I used to not score good at all in those subjects. So after giving the grand test and the subject-wise test of that subject, I realized the topics for in which I am weak in. Like example, in biochem, I realized I did not know mucopolysaccharidosis, porphyrias, ganglion, glycogen storage disorders, genetics. Then in microbio, oxidase positive organisms, then all the other classifications, culture media. So you get a good list of topics in which you are weak and which are frequently asked, and then when you are revising the subject, you can easily first focus on those topics in which you are weak and which are frequently asked, and then again and again read the topics which you already know. And the last question is, how many number of correct questions to target. So this is not a definite number, it can change depending upon the type of exam and the difficulty level, but in general, if you are getting around 150, more than 150 number of questions correct, you are in a very good range, and you will definitely be in the top 5000 out of the 1.5 lakh doctors who appear for NEET PG. See, in the start it might be daunting to go and imagine yourself getting more than 150 questions number of correct, but this NEET PG preparation definitely is like the sigmoid curve. So in the first few months of preparation, you will be hovering around 120, 130 for a long time. Then suddenly after one or two readings or revisions, you will come to know that you are suddenly progressing and getting more and more number of questions correct after solving more grand tests, after reviewing your grand tests. And then after that again it becomes very tough to increase your number of corrects. But this portion where you are breaking the barrier and this steep rise, you have to go, you have to break the barrier first, then only you can get the steep rise. And this is very important because if once you cross this, you are in a safe zone, then everything else is a bonus. Yes, and the last bonus tip which I want to share with you all is that please make a separate notebook and write the key points or explanation of all the questions you have got incorrect from that grand test in a separate notebook. So in the end, when you are revising and when you want to appear before the exam, it becomes very easier to review all grand tests. You don't have to open the app, you don't have to do anything. You just have to open the notebook and see what all have you have written, where all have you have gone wrong, and you can easily revise. It becomes very easy in the end. So make that notebook, which mainly has all your questions which you have got incorrect throughout the year. Hope you like the video. Do share your valuable feedback and please subscribe to the channel for more such videos. I will keep posting. I will also post videos about university exams, about USMLE and other exams. Thank you.